Hey, Coyote Nation, good Monday to you. What an amazingly beautiful day in Coyote Nation. You see, I got another special guest here. We're really moving up in the ranks because we've got KC from KC and the Roundman Show. Hey, man, thank you so much for joining us.
Man, thank you. I tell you, I've been watching these, and I'm not going to lie, a little bit jealous. I was a little bit jealous, but after the trip to get here, you kind of have to have a compass stuck in the right place to get here. So not near as jealous as I was before, but now that I'm here, I plan on coming on. I might crash everybody's. Hey, honestly, I might.
We got room for you, so just stay. Don't go anywhere.
Oh man.
So if you've been listening to Casey and the Roundman Show for years and years and years, and you've always thought, wonder what those guys look like. There's KC right here.
I feel I'm sitting down and I kind of got to lean in. I'm going to get close to Chris for a minute and I'm going to come in here. Let me get that. Usually it's this, maybe.
Hey, that's a good look.
This is a good sign here. Not so much this, but this.
He kind of makes me look bad, doesn't he? Because he's so pretty.
Man.
You know.
Well, thank you.
So KC from KC and the Roundman Show, and he's going to be joining us just about every week whenever he can get together with us and talk about what's going on in Coyote Nation. Something you might not know about. You might know this, but KC actually is an owner of the radio station of 107.9 The Coyote.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Rounder and I own it. And it's funny because we've been on the air for years. We've owned it for a long time, too. But, you know, when you get on the air, you're just on the air.
Yeah.
But we kind of do... There was a point where we kind of were everybody, bottle washer and dishwasher and clothes washer and I would say ball washer, but this isn't golf.
Hey, want to stay away from that.
Yeah, we're out on that.
Don't even don't get into that.
I'm just trying to bring sports stuff in.
So, you know, and the first time I heard the KC and the Roundman Show was probably about 10 years ago.
Man.
And I was working in Dallas at the time for CBS, and I heard this show in the Ozarks, and I thought, that has to be a network show.
Thank you.
That has to be a syndicated show. And then I find out you guys live here.
It's just us.
Yeah,
man.
I mean,
what a compliment, by the way, coming from Chris, particularly because Chris worked for networks, and it was quite a compliment. And I tell you, I thank the good Lord in heaven every day that we got connected with Chris. It's such a great thing to have a real sports department, and something that we can really focus on and do cool things like not just the video, but all the other things that we're getting ready to fire off this summer, and it's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the huge things that we're gearing up for right now at 107.9 The Coyote, of course, we've always got great music, right? The best music in the Ozarks. Great shows, Jamie Turner Middays, and of course, KC and the Roundman. I tell you every day, it is the best show in the Ozarks, 3 to 6. And that's true. I mean, it's just so much fun, so much laughter, so you've got to join them for that. But also coming up now, something that you've been really busy getting ready for is Lake Race 2019, and that's June 1st, right?
I tell you what, it is. And here's the cool part about this. We were invited to join the Lake Race broadcast team. William Holt's media group came in and said, hey guys, we've known each other for a long time, and he said, will you guys come in and help us with this? And we said, well, yeah. I mean, what a cool opportunity. Yeah. And honestly, we probably would have been like, but we have Chris, so it makes it because you know, with a sports department and that getting started and doing the things that we're doing, it's a really good tie-in. But here's the kicker. Getting that process done is, you folks, it's more than just like, let's just in here and let's just flip a switch and everything's good.
It's a lot of work involved.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. So what we've been working on is not just on-air programming that you're hearing on a daily basis that talks about proud supporter of Lake Race, you know, it talks about the promos that are running for Lake Race on June 1st. It's also the behind-the-scenes stuff, and that's what I've been doing a lot of, specifically over this weekend, but over the last month or so. Engineers have to come in. We have to rewire things. We have to run electricity to places we didn't have electricity before. We have to move equipment. We have to buy new equipment.
Wow.
To make it happen, because in our mind, especially with Will and that media group, we need to put the best product forward that we can to the people, because we want to bring the masses to Lake Race. And you can't just do that by saying, hey kids, we're going to have a little show here. So we got all brand new equipment, which is really awesome. and really expensive.
It's funny how that happens.
Right?
Huh?
And the engineer is literally in the studio right now wiring up a whole bunch of brand new stuff to not only increase signal range, but also make sure it's clear enough so that when you're on your boat or you're on the land, you can bring a regular old, I would say a Walkman, but you know what I mean. You bring your phone with you and be able to hear the signal and hear the race in crystal clear signal. It's really fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is a huge thing, because if you're going to go out and be a spectator, then you want to be able to listen to the race on the radio, right?
You do.
Yeah.
And the reason is because if you're on the sidelines for Lake Race 2019, like on land, you're going to see it, but you're not going to be able to hear the drivers' names, the backgrounds of the drivers, how fast they're going, who actually won the damn thing, because it's just, honestly, it's so much adrenaline, so much horsepower, and burning so much fossil fuel that it's a little bit of sensory overload. But if you've got headphones on, or you got one little earpiece in, or however you listen, you'll be able to actually experience and be a total part of Lake Race, which is why Chris is going to be on the air with Will doing, we like to call it color commentary, but really keeping you guys in the loop on how things work. In the way for Lake Race, and to do that, of course, we need the technology and the equipment to make it work.
Absolutely. So you're working on all of that. Is there anything that Coyote Nation can do to help out? Is there anything that our listeners can do? Do we need volunteers or anything like that?
Right. So the committee for Lake Race has talked to me multiple times. Deb Wolf and Nikki Sorensen. And those names probably don't mean a whole lot to you guys out there, but they should, because these are some of the people that are behind the scenes that are putting all of these things together. They need volunteers. And what's fun about being a volunteer for Lake Race is that you get to be a part of the action.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you're looking at things as easy as taking parking attendance all the way to the vendor area, walking through that, making sure nobody needs anything, or if they do need something, you get it to the right people. Clear down to on the water, on the racetrack, with your boat, making sure that people stay in the right place.
How cool is that?
It's awesome. What a cool opportunity. And it's a volunteer thing too, because it's 501c3, so it's a fundraiser too.
Wow.
You know, I mean, the whole thing is we're honored to be asked to be a part of it. You know, we've been here for 16 years. And this is our first one, and we want to make it the best. But to ask people to do something, if you want to volunteer, that's great. I need you to be there.
Okay. Spectators, and it's free, right?
And it's free. It's free. And what I mean by I need you to be there is I need you to bring your family and your kids, because this is really... you don't have to have a boat to be a part of this. You don't have to like motorsports to be a part of this. The atmosphere and the excitement that goes along with it. I'm super excited because my son is 7, and his mind is going to be blown when he sees the amount of race and the amount of water that gets spit up. And it's just a family fun event. We want you to be a part of it.
Absolutely, and that's coming fast. It's June 1st. So who would they call if they want to get involved, if they just want to know more about going as a spectator or a volunteer or whatever?
Well, I like to throw Jason Stapleton under the bus.
Okay.
So you can email Jason at kclq.com, only because I just think it's funny to get his inbox inundated with a whole bunch of random stuff.
He loves it. He loves it.
He does.
Yeah.
Or honestly, you can send a note to me, and my email address is the letter K, the letter C, at kclq.com. So that way you can send it direct.
What does KC stand for?
It stands for my real name.
Okay. That we're not going to let you know.
But look at, on these videos, I see Chris's face is all lit up. We could do like puppets over here on his face.
Absolutely.
We could squish his head. And then he said he had a bigger head, so I got to get in a little closer.
You move in, I'll move back.
Oh, there we go. That's pretty good right there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll move back, and then we could do a little this.
So he's KC from KC and the Roundman Show. Do you know who's joining us tomorrow?
Rounder.
The Roundman is joining us tomorrow. Something you may not know about Rounder, you'll find out tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're going to have a lot of fun, and hopefully we can get Casey to join us just about every Monday that you're not busy.
Man,
which is always, right?
Well, yeah, but I'll make time because this is super fun, really. And, life's real tough for us, right? Look at the background here. Mm-hmm. We're so lucky to live where people vacation.
Yeah.
Every day I wake up and go, wow, I don't know how we ended up here, but Holy smokes.
What a gift.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, if you're not listening to the Casey and the Roundman show 3 to 6 in the afternoons, you got to start, right? Best show in the Ozarks. 3 to 6. This is Casey. He'll be back with us again every week. The Roundman will be joining us tomorrow. So, thank you so much for being here. Be sure to join us, 107.9 The Coyote. Your Renegade Radio sports updates at about 35 past the hour all day long. Casey and the Roundman, 3 to 6 in the afternoon. And did we forget anything? Probably.
Well, I mean, I guess we could get up and do a little dance, but that'd be a little weird. Yeah. There's not a lot of room behind us, and I feel like it's like a 40-foot drop.
Maybe you can dance right here on this ledge.
I wondered about that, but maybe next week.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, and until then, God bless you.